Welcome to the first edition of Inside Out There with Boyd Martin and the Vibrant Living newsletter. In this series, we explore the inner realms of consciousness and the bridge between the microcosmic and the macrocosmic, exploring the terrain of inner worlds and how those worlds become the life we are living right now. My yoga teacher has been on a big campaign lately with his students to make changes slowly. Why? Because if you try to change everything today, you're going to fail. This is certainly not to say that change is a losing proposition, and the cynical of us might say people never change. But it is to say that change, when it does successfully occur, is due to persistent, small advances. In the I Ching, the Chinese Book of Changes, there is a hexagram symbol that is relevant here. It is the gentle, and it arises from the concept of wind and the energy of penetrating. The admonition within the hexagram is, quote, the gentle, success through what is small, end quote. And in the discussion, Wilhelm says, quote, penetration produces gradual and inconspicuous effects. It should be affected not by an act of violation, but by influence that never lapses. I love that. Influence that never lapses. It is the gentle, consistent, ever-present influence that carves down mountains into hills and polishes river rocks into smooth discs. Thus, in this way, as my yoga teacher has been saying, it is the only way to lasting change. To try to change a lot of things quickly is essentially a violent act, and those conditions holding the circumstances you want to change in place will surely and shortly reverse this violent attempt. Diets are a perfect example. Sure, you can lose weight really fast in several ways, but all of them, because they are fast and require rapid change, are almost certainly doomed to fail. There's simply too much counter-habitual momentum to offset without a great deal of force. David R. Hawkins wrote an entire book about the subject, Power versus Force. True power, he says, is staying power. And staying power is achieved by steady, unwavering energy that is in harmony with the forces of your life. Force, on the other hand, is essentially violence. It goes against the flow of momentum and requires a lot of energy. By making small changes, easily incorporated into your daily routine, is the best way to effect total change over time. And when you are changing, you must make time your friend. For example, you finally became fed up with your level of physical fitness. The worst thing to do is to run to the local gym, spend $1,000 for membership, and shove everything else aside to make room for 2 hours a day of workouts. Even if you were able to make this schedule for a short period, 1, your muscles would be sore and in shock. 2, your family and friends would start whining about what you're doing or downright ridiculing you. And most importantly, 3, there will be days when you logistically can't make it happen or just don't feel like it, and then becoming discouraged, and shortly you conclude it was a dumb idea in the first place. Here's a better way to ensure success. First, choose the smallest thing you know you can do every day. Maybe it's walking for 5 minutes, or spending 1 to 2 minutes when you first wake up in the morning doing stretches. Then, once that's become a habit, move up to 10 minutes of walking or 5 minutes of yoga in the morning. Before too long, you'll be doing these things effortlessly and starting to feel your level of fitness increasing. This may spur you on to wanting to make a bigger change, but don't do it. Choose the next smallest thing that seems like barely nothing, and do that day in and day out. You'll know it's become a habit when if you skip a day, you really miss it. If you do skip a day, Do so without judgment. Simply return to the routine. This approach is how nature herself changes. Sure, there are storms and earthquakes and landslides and such, but they are violent, extreme events that once they are over, the effects are slowly and surely worn down by the gentle routine of water and air moving inexorably around the Gaia sphere. As Vietnamese Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh advises, drink your tea slowly and reverently, as if it is the axis on which the world revolves. Slowly, evenly, without rushing toward the future. And so, by also making changes in this way, you harness the true power of momentum that is already available to you to become everything you want to be. This is Boyd Martin for the Vibrant Living Newsletter, signing off. This has been Inside Out There, a Mystic Broadcast Network production produced in affiliation with Subtle Energy Solutions and the Vibrant Living Newsletter. Subscribe to this YouTube channel to stay informed about new episodes and visit us at www.subtleenergysolutions.com, where quantum physics meets personal healthcare.